I think it's a great time to start a business in an expanding and growing town like Swindon. And I think the need here in our town for an increasing range of goods and services is very clear.
We're seeing continued inward investment from companies looking to relocate. We are the most affordable place to live on the M4 corridor, continuously taking businesses from London, and with a huge investment into our road network and rail network, Swindon really is a place that is leading the economic growth in the southwest.
Swindon has a history of enterprise. It's a private sector-led economy, and we know that the growth of any economy in any area depends on the vibrancy, the life of the SME community. That's the future of Swindon, that's the future growth.
Maxine's been dancing since the age of 3, and we've travelled all over the place getting shoes and things like that, and we suddenly thought there's nothing in Swindon to actually promote that sort of thing, so we just saw that little opening and decided to go for it.
I was made redundant from my previous job, and I decided it was the perfect time to do something I really loved, something I enjoyed, something I've been doing for several years anyway. I've always wanted to be my own boss, and this was the perfect way to combine it all, really.
I've always been incredibly interested in filmmaking. I had a group of friends who I was in school with that would come and make films with me, and I'd always be behind the camera.
I've been working in Swindon most of my career, and when the premises came up in Highworth, I decided to fulfil my dream as a salon owner.
I really wanted to set up my own business. I thought about it. I knew I wanted to teach workshops. I thought maybe I could start up a business just doing that in different colleges and schools around in the area.
It got to a point where I was sort of 24, and it was a case of, well, either there's something wrong with you and you've got this really weird childish hobby, or maybe you should try and turn it into a business.
Starting a new business was really quite daunting.
I didn't really have any idea what I was doing.
We knew what we wanted, we just didn't know how to get there.
Yeah.
And that's probably why I've put it off for so long as well, because I just didn't know how to start or where to start.
I needed to do something or get somebody to give me some kind of advice.
So I went on the new enterprise allowance scheme, and they actually recommended that I go to Outset.
I think it's vital that we encourage people who don't necessarily know the best way to go about starting up a business to do that, and that's why I welcome the work of Outset Swindon. Already it's engaged with well over 1,000 people, not only supporting them into their own enterprises, but also helping to equip them with some of the life skills that they'll need in order to make progress in the world of work.
It seemed like a sensible thing to do, and at the very least it just seemed like it would be something to do, and I would learn new skills even if I didn't end up starting my own business.
It's a case of taking each person's idea and wrapping the skills that they need around their outcomes, so they're individually tailored, and with the additional skills which Outset can add to it to make them into a proper business plan.
They're really good at building your confidence, and they really help to channel your focus. They're a mine of knowledge, really. They put everything that you could possibly need in one place.
Each session dealt with a particular aspect of business. For me, it was the financial side of business that really, really scared me.
You know, you see in movies people sort of tearing their hair out trying to do their tax returns.
I went along and they just broke it down. They made it easy.
I probably would have forked out however much for an accountant, and actually it's something that, as it turns out, I can just do myself.
Outset told us how to do a forecast, how to write a business plan, and we presented it to the bank, and we was able to get finance from them to help us start the business.
They've managed to blend the right approach in terms of the training offered, the skills of those who are offering advice, and matching up individuals with the right sort of job opportunity or employment opportunity that may exist.
I set my own business up. I ran a business for 10 years, and a lot of it is just having somebody who can help answer those questions, point you in the right direction, give you that confidence to take the risk.
The one-to-ones and the mentoring were amazing, really. To know you had that backup, someone at the end of the phone or an email was just, yeah, it was invaluable, really.
You always need that hand to help you, as it were, to step forward, because you have to initially become a jack of all trades. It isn't only a case of understanding the skills which you are using, you have to understand the business skills, you have to understand the accountancy, you have to understand planning. It's all these problems which any business meets as a general operation, and it's good for for Outset's customers to actually always be able to turn back and still remain part of the family even when they've started their own business.
It was having that group of people who were actually dedicated to helping me start, who would talk me through the nitty-gritty without getting impatient with me. And it just kind of like made me think, actually, it's not as hard as I thought it was.
I think people come into Outset feeling reassured, finding the whole atmosphere the right one for them, not too intimidating. And it's that sort of gentle encouragement together with some firm pointers as to the way ahead, which I think has emphasised the success that we see Outset having achieved.
The feedback I've had from clients of Outset Swindon is that they really appreciate the dedication and the feeling that they're never left. They know that once they've had that training, once they've had that support, there's still that opportunity, a phone call away, they're never forgotten.
Actually becoming my own boss and running my own business, I have to say it's probably the best decision I've ever made. I've never been happier. No matter whether I go to bed exhausted or how stressful things get, there's nothing that can compare to the satisfaction of knowing that you've done it, you've created that.
When you sort of undo that door and put the sign round saying open, it's actually going to happen. And that was sort of like a big achievement.
I still feel really proud every time I cash up the till and there's money in there. It's like, wow, I'm making money from this. And it doesn't feel like a job at all.
It's like the other day, someone said to me, "You are a professional," and it was sort of a bit, I don't feel like that because it's me, but actually I am.
The range of businesses that Outset have created is tremendous. From creative industries, manufacturing, service industries, the range is very significant and it gives people so many opportunities.
I've been going for just over a year now and I've brought out 10 products and I'm selling in Hobbycraft, I'm selling through Etsy, but it's Outset that's given me the confidence to do that. So thank you, Outset.
We both weren't working when we set up the shop, so
Yes.
it was kind of going from doing nothing to doing something you really love, and that was weird.
I meet with a lot of the people as they go through the Outset Swindon course, and you can see the transformation from when they first arrive with their idea but unsure how to go to when they're ready to go out and go trading. And I have no doubt many of those are going to be incredibly successful. We're very proud of each and every one of them, and they are going to make a big difference to our local economy.
Running your own business is great. It's a lovely feeling to open those doors every morning and know that you've fulfilled your dream.
Anybody considering starting their own business, you need to speak to Outset. They are amazing and I guarantee that they will help you make your business a success.
I think Outset has become a vital part of the employment scene here in Swindon and is really making a difference for the better for hundreds of lives of people who live and work in our town.
If it wasn't for Outset, I probably wouldn't have even started it up. It was just a passing fancy, if you like. And then when I went to Outset, that was what sort of gave me the push to actually go, yeah, I can do this. Yeah.